Welcome back. Hopefully everything is working now. We've kind of ran into some difficulties with the camera, but they should be up and running now. Get it adjusted a little bit and we should be good to go. For whatever reason, it decided it wasn't gonna be used as a camera today, I guess, so had to reset the PC and stuff like that. So yeah, it's now back up and running now. We got the camera on, so y'all can see my beautiful face. And yeah, we'll be jumping into looking at the market today. I was kind of analyzing it as right before I realized the camera wasn't working, and it looks like we're getting nothing really happening today, not a whole lot going on, but we'll kind of jump into it, get some stuff set up, throw some stuff on the chart and see kind of what we got. Got some more coffee today. I actually don't know what it is, somebody else gave it to me, so we'll see. We'll see what goes on, but yeah, we'll see how it tastes. But yeah, thanks for sticking around. If you did, for whatever reason, I don't know why, but yeah, the camera was out, and then then YouTube decided to like drop my stream, and yeah, so we're having a fun little morning, I guess. Well, yeah, let's jump on over to the Kuroda site and see if we can't get something going for today. Yeah. Alright, sweet. So we're here on the Kuroda site. We've got a BTC loaded up. We got our session for the New York futures loaded up as well. Both of these you can actually change. So if you're looking to jump into our site and check it out, you can also use a couple of different coins. Mainly Sol and ETH are on here. We also have XRP, Doge, and TRX on here as well right now. But mainly we use Sol and ETH besides Bitcoin, but Bitcoin is the main one, yeah, that we use in general. And then you got some different sessions you can use. We use the New York futures one typically, but we also have the New York equity, New York London, New York Tokyo, or sorry, not New York. We have New York equity, London, Tokyo, Sydney, and UTC. So you can use any of those time frames on here. Just click on it. It actually does a drop down for whatever reason the camera doesn't pick it up, but there's a drop down here. You can click on the different session you'd want. So like, we'll go for London, and then you just click calibrate. We're going to use New York futures though. You can see down here as well, it has like a little bit of kind of what the time frame you're looking at for when you're about to trade. So when you're getting ready, when you're about to execute some stuff, like when you can actually throw the strategy on there, and then when the session actually closes, so when it's kind of time to be done trading for the day. So yeah, we got our stuff on here though. We'll go ahead and initiate the calibration. We're about 10 minutes late, 10-15 minutes late now, but it doesn't matter that much. So we got our resistance here. We got a breakdown trigger, breakup trigger, our breakout trigger, breakdown trigger, and our daily support as well. So we'll go ahead and get those in there. But basically all we have to do whenever we're going to set it up is click copy indicator data. It'll copy it, and then we just have to throw it onto our chart. So open up trading view again. We'll grab our indicator here, so the BattleBox command one, and then we'll paste our data right into here. You can get our indicator from our website. Just have to check it out on there. We're going to go ahead and delete these lines here. And now we got all of our new lines set up. So you can see that green line, the breakout line is up here, breakout trigger. We got the red daily resistance right here. Purple breakdown triggers down here, and then your blue daily support is right here. Typically whenever you see the breakdown, or not the breakdown, well, I guess the breakdown trigger and breakout trigger are like so far out here, and then you see the two daily resistance and daily support are kind of like in the middle. That typically means we're not going to have a very good day. Just in general, that's just kind of how it is. For whatever reason, when the daily support's just kind of in here, you see price kind of just revert back and forth between one of the resistances here and then back to one of the like triggers, and then back to the resistance or the support. So yeah, not a whole lot there going on. But yeah, that's kind of our chart setup for today. So we got our chart all set up. We're going to move this up to today's 7:30 candle. And once we got that on there, that'll just kind of show us where the session started. Sometimes it's helpful to kind of see kind of where the session opened, and kind of like what we're looking at throughout today, and like what happened kind of yesterday. So 7:30 candle is there. We got that all set up. Now we're gonna go back to our Kubota website here, and we got all of our stuff still set up on here. We already copied the indicator data, but now we can use this green button here that says launch BattleBox AI, and we can go ahead and launch our new BattleBox AI here. And this will just open up the BattleBox AI, and we can go ahead and paste our stuff in here and hit send. And it'll take a second to kind of populate here. And you can kind of see it populating here, throwing it in there. We got our market screenshot, our snapshot. We got our daily bias here, higher time frame trigger, or a higher time frame picture. So different price, kind of like what's happening on the higher time frames here. Today's price map. So different levels, kind of what they mean, what's going on with them. Sorry about the yawning, guys. Not awake yet, I guess. Daily support and resistance are sitting inside of the triggers. This convenience are It's ready to run. Ready to run. No, I think that it means the opposite. I think it's gonna just kind of sit around and do nothing all day. Just whenever you see that, like whenever you see the resistance sitting inside the triggers like that, it's just kind of sideways. Typically just, I don't know, just runs sideways. Doesn't have a lot happening on the thing. It's just because of, I don't know, that's just how it is, I guess. But yeah, this is our battle box here now set up. So the last couple sections you got, after the price map, we got how price is likely to trade ideas, things to avoid, and then kind of like a little reset on your mindset. So kind of shows you what you should be thinking about, what you should not be thinking about, how professional would kind of look at today. Yeah, so most of this is going to be talking about proof. So we're looking for the system to tell us to jump in. So until the system passes that one of the triggers on either side and we get those 2 50-minute closes and 5-minute retests, the system's just going to tell you that you're still waiting for that to happen. And you know, that makes sense because that's our strategy and that's what we're looking for it to do. But it's not going to really tell you that we're leaning anyway or anything like that, unless we get that movement there. So right now, it does actually say, I guess we're leaning long, but it's not going to say like you should jump into a long or anything like that, obviously. So for the market snapshot today, we got BTC USDT is trading around that 90,150 during the New York futures, sitting just above the anchor near 90,131. Price is currently inside the most recent 30-minute working range, bounded by 90,107 and on the low and 90,484 on the high, which matters because it's inside price. Behavior trends to reward selectivity. Price often checks both sides for it shows intent. Yeah. We're just seeing if we can hold this. We're seeing if we can stay up here. We are in like basically what it is that the larger time frame market is trying to tell us to go down. There's some pretty decent resistance right now right below us, and so we're kind of sitting on that. So really we kind of need that breakdown, but we don't want to get it. Like our price doesn't, the charts don't really want to give it to us. So we ended up actually breaking up yesterday, but also I guess that was just yesterday, huh? Yeah, yesterday. And now we're kind of like sitting up. It's obviously it wants to go down, and we broke up. So now we're in premium is what you'd call it. But basically we're above where price really should be. And so price is probably going to pull us back down below that. So yeah, we're just kind of waiting to see what price will bring us today, but that's kind of where we're at right now. Yeah, so today's bias is obviously that long bias. We got a 0.56 score, 55.7 confidence. Yeah, so we're there. We're leaning long. It just really hasn't confirmed it yet. Like I said, the battle box is really wanting us to kind of wait until we see wait and see where price action actually moves to. Like, are we going to break above that daily breakout trigger and break out and then retest it, or are we just kind of going to sit around? Yeah, so I don't know. We'll see as we continue on there. So for the higher time frame picture here, we can go ahead and check out the chart again. Go on to 4 hour here. See what we got on here. So on the 4 hour, the trend is labeled range with a slope score of 0. That means the market is not currently advertising directional efficiency in a ranging 4 hour environment, which breaks trend to be tested and follow through trends to be earned through acceptance rather than assumed from a first push. So yeah, not a lot really. Basically, we're sitting sideways here on the 4 hour. As for the 1 hour, on the 1 hour, the key shelves are clean and evenly weighted. So we got 89,500 as resistance and 89,860 as support, both with the 0.6 strength score, which basically is just telling you they're both even. So we're not really like headed for one or the other. They're both the same strength, so if we run into either of them, I guess either of them kind of have like the same pull. It's kind of what it's saying. Price is currently above the resistance shelf, so the question is not where should it go, but rather can it prove acceptance above premium triggers, or does it fall back into the shelf zone and re-enter balanced behavior? Yeah, so our weekly force is still flagged bearish, which doesn't override the intraday lean, but it does explain why today's price long pressure is treated as conditional in bearish weekly force environments. Upside can appear and still fail without acceptance. So still kind of the same thing. We're looking for that to accept above the breakout trigger, breakout, and then retest back down. Let's see what else we got on here that is any importance. We got today's price map, how price is likely to behave today. The price map, we kind of already have all of our levels on there, so it explains them a little bit. So if you're interested in kind of checking out like why we put them on there, that's what this section is about. Most of it we don't really need today for the live stream. So how would price likely behave today, blah blah blah. Common behavior is price pros for continuation, then pauses, then resets to structure to see if buyers are truly in control. So yeah, really nothing too exciting happening there. It's just kind of, yeah, we're just looking for price to break above and prove to us that it can actually stay above. And if it doesn't, then it's really just going to continue to kind of go up, break down. Not anything. Not anything like we'd be looking at to trade, I guess. which makes sense, you know, because our system's obviously above the triggers. But even just trade, it's hard to do kind of within this price chop, sideways chop type action that's happening here. Yeah, like it prices right here. Main trap is avoid making premium location for automatic continuation. Price is far above prior value. Traders often get emotionally attached to strength and chase the first push. Exactly the behavior range market punished through pullbacks and failed edges. So what that means is we're already up here, so the continuation is looking like it's there, but we just want to make sure that we actually get our system to kind of play out before we confirm that it's actually there. Like it says in the next section, I guess, professional. Read of today is the model shows pressure to the upside, but the environment still requires proof before participation. So we want to make sure that our system actually lines up and tells us to jump in, and if it doesn't, then we just won't be taking any kind of trades today. We're just going to be hanging out, enjoying our Wednesday today, and yeah, just kind of relaxing. So bias is allowed to exist without permission, especially in a range and zero slope environment. Levels explain where the market must prove itself. 90,484 for premium acceptance and 90,107 for near term structure integrity. But a level touch is never the same thing as proof. Permission states being neutral is a feature today, not a flaw, because it keeps you from paying for motion that the market is not yet validated. So yeah, basically what that's saying is that we haven't really validated anything. We're on there. It's showing that we're looking long basically, but we haven't gotten any kind of proof based off of our system to tell us to take any kind of trades or anything like that, which, you know, makes sense. It's kind of how it is, but it's also kind of saying with that it also is not super likely that we're going to get any kind of movement up either. So that's just how it is. So we'll be kind of sitting around watching for that. Go and check out the chart again. Yeah, there's not a whole lot happening here on the chart. We're kind of sitting back and enjoying the chart as we move on. Yeah, just kind of a hang out and chill day. Enjoy the last little bit of cold weather. I guess I don't know how it is other places, but here we're actually warming up a little bit. A lot of the ice is melted. There's still some around. There's people are still like canceling certain things, but I think like schools are back open, so it probably won't be long. Maybe just the end of today. Had a little snowstorm. It's more like an ice storm, I guess, for us here, but we had our snowstorm, crazy snowstorm, and then we kind of, you know, it's just really cold. That's really what it was. I don't know. It's kind of sucks because, you know, stuff here is not really built for stuff like that, but we are I don't know, like, you know, like the houses here are really built for like the warm, so like it does a pretty good job when it's warm, but when it's cold, whew, you just, I don't know, it just doesn't insulate as good for the cold. But yeah, I don't know. We'll just have to watch price action. Really, it's a pretty boring day, like I said, though. So yeah, just enjoy the last little bit of cold weather or whatever. But yeah, that's really it for kind of what we have planned for the live. Yeah, there's not a lot going on. Kind of throw us off this morning, I guess, with the camera not working and everything. But yeah, I mean, if you guys want to see anything else, we can cover it. But yeah, really, that's kind of the chart here. That's what we have running. That's what we got up on there. Other charts wise, it's not doing a whole lot. Yeah, so I guess overall, if y'all would like a little bit of that recap of yesterday and kind of what happened after the live stream specifically, and then into today, you can go ahead and check out a recap at 10. We got not a whole lot happening other than that, just the recap. And then we got a live stream tomorrow at 8. We'll be probably getting up a little bit earlier to make sure everything, or getting on the computer a little bit earlier to make sure that everything's kind of set up and ready to go. Like I said, again, I don't know why the camera decided to do that today. It's kind of weird. Spirit Maker thinks we're gonna break up today. It looks like. Waiting to get some confirmation on that one. It'll probably depend. If we do end up breaking up, we'll see how the actual system plays out. Could be looking for more of a, he thinks it's gonna break to that 95k level. And that could be because, yeah, we broke above that 21 here on the 4 hour. We're kind of sitting right below the 200 here. So if we break through that, we can continue up, and that's right above the breakout zone. So if you're watching it, you can take it straight up, and then, or like, take it straight up. You could watch for those closes, and then on that retest, you probably won't retest the breakout. I would assume you'd retest the actual 4 hour 200. Could retest the breakout, I guess, if you're watching on like the 5, because that's pretty small compared to the 4 hour. But you might get the retest, and then we'll break, and we'll just have to make sure we get through that 200, and yeah, we could go up from there. Definitely a possibility here on the live stream. We just need this daily resistance here now to hold as support. It would be called resistance if price action was under it, but since it's not, we technically just have 2 daily support levels here now. 89, 550, yeah, so basically the daily resistance levels, what Streammaker's talking about. Then we break through that breakout, it's free to go, yep, to the upside. So we'll just have to watch and see kind of as we're going. Really watching daily resistance be an SR flip. Support and resistance flip. Yeah, so you want to see that resistance hold, essentially, is what he's saying. So whenever you get a flip of support or resistance, it's basically what the battle box is kind of built on. You know, you you got your resistance up here at the breakout level. If we get that break through that level and then retest, then we'll be then that will like confirm that price action is actually gonna flip and then hold that as now support instead of resistance. Because if it's resistance, it really only has pressure on the downside, so it could go up and down through it. But the up part is kind of where it like has some resistance there. But like for right now, we're coming down right now for the retest because we got this breakout back here through the daily resistance, and then we came up, kind of tested that breakout level, and now we're coming back down, and we're gonna retest this level before we can drive it up, and we'll see what happens there. We're gonna throw our 730 candle on here. We'll see if we can get this hold right now. It's gonna come down here. We can watch it on the 5-minute, I guess. We got about 2.5 minutes before we can grab the levels that we were going to talk about the other day with the 830 candle. Get that 830 to 845 candle. We can use it to kind of tell us which way we're going to end up breaking up. Let's see what it looks like right now. So we got our top right here. Bottom is probably going to be around that daily resistance, I would think, when we close. And then we'll see which side. Basically, the way that the predator system that we've been talking about works is you're kind of, if you run up through that top level, then you're probably going to go up. If you run to the bottom, you're more than likely going to continue down through the breakdown level down here. But more than likely today, like we said, we're looking for that breakup zone, especially if we hold this daily resistance here. So we'll throw those lines on here in another 2 minutes or so. Coffee's probably cold enough to drink. Pretty good. Pretty good. Always nice to have coffee when it's cold out. This remaker also says the weekly BOC at 89,240. 89,240, so kind of like right below that level. That's also some strong support, which was resistance within the last 24 hours. Yep. So kind of this zone, really it's probably this yellowish zone here. So kind of the bottom of it is what we're looking at. You can see we kind of had some resistance throughout here. Kind of banged, BTC kind of banged its head into it multiple times, especially this one. And then we actually came up and flipped it right here. So we broke through it, came down, retested it, and then broke through our main resistance for today that we were talking about and broke up. And now we're seeing if we can get that retest here. About to get that closed. We got 25 seconds or so. Alright, gotta close this thing up. You gotta let it cool off a little bit and then close it up. Otherwise your coffee stays like super hot. Which, I don't know, I guess if you like it that way, you can have it that way. But for me, I like it a little hot, but I want to like burn my tongue off just trying to drink coffee. All right. So now we got our different levels on there. So the top level is going to be right here, right above our 30-minute range here for today. And then our bottom level's down here pretty close to our daily resistance. So we'll see which way we end up breaking first, whatever way that is, just based off of that 845 candle. That's typically the way that we're going to continue to run. So more than likely we're looking for the upside still right now, and this is all on the 5-minute that you want to be watching that. So yeah, watch out for that 5-minute. You'll be looking for price to kind of run out of here on the 5-minute or break down here on the 5-minute. You got to get a close below or above the line, and that's kind of the basics here of the new system we're kind of checking out. You want to make sure if you are trying to use it, you want to actually break this and then continue to break the level up there. But if you don't know kind of what you're doing, you just trade it simple. Use 215 closers, 5-minute retest. Don't try anything crazy like we're talking about, and not that it's like insane, but it's just it's not really for the beginner trader. It's more of a little bit more of an advanced type style. So yeah, you want to make sure to use the one that makes sense to you. Yeah, and again, yeah, we're not here for any kind of financial advice. We're just here for educational purposes only. So anything we say is yeah, just educational purposes only. But yeah, we're actually getting a breakdown here. So we'll kind of see. This is kind of what telling us, what's price action going to do. Because if we hold this line here, that'll kind of tell us that we're looking more for the upside. And if we can't hold the line, then more than likely we'll be looking for the downside here. So we'll see where price kind of hits today. Yeah, just be watching as we kind of continue into tomorrow. Check out the rest of price action today. Yeah, just stay safe, stay warm. Other than that, yeah, we thanks for watching. Sorry about the late start again. I don't know what was up with the camera. Tomorrow though, we should be up and running, and should be all ready to go. But yeah, again, yeah, thanks for watching. Hope to see y'all tomorrow for our next live stream. And yeah, happy trading to y'all. I'll catch y'all next time.